What's up guys, I'm Jack. Welcome back to the channel where I talk about all things Air Force Academy, and Air Force ROTC related. So if any one of these things interest you, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below because I'm going to be making a lot more videos like this. So in today's video I actually have something a little bit different. I have a review of the Monstrum Tactical 1-4x24 first focal plane scope. I know it's a little bit different, but I just received this and I'm not necessarily going to do like a full review on it because I literally got this yesterday, but kind of like a first impressions, things I noticed about it, etc. So first off, I want to just say, full transparency, disclosure, what is my relationship with the company? They were actually nice enough to send me this. So this was provided to me by them, so huge thanks to them. As far as my whole kind of interaction with the company so far, this has been my first interaction with them. Hopefully it is not my last. They sent this out to me within like a day and I got it a couple days later, and they're also nice enough to give it to me in FDE because that's kind of what I requested. They could have just said, oh, we can only give it to you in black, which would have totally been fine. I'm just saying that it was very nice of them to give it to me in this color, so big thank you to them. And as far as customer service as a whole, if you have any experience with them that's half as good as what I have, you'll definitely be in good hands if you have a question or anything like that related to their products. So yeah, they did send this to me, and I'm just gonna talk about some of the things that I noticed firsthand taking it out of the box, what its build quality is like, and things like that. One thing that I did really like is they actually included the kind of, the little tools that you'll have. Obviously, I have all the ones that you would use for these types of things around my house anyway, but it's very nice that they give you like the exact one you need, so you don't have to go hunting and figure out, what size it is, metric, is it US, whatever. Very nice of them to include that. The other thing that I really liked that kind of has to do with that, as you can see on the mount, and I'll kind of, hopefully it'll focus. There we go. On the mount, these little bolts and then the ones on the top to hold the scope in are all the same. You wouldn't really think that's a big deal, but to me I really like that, because sometimes you have somewhere it'll be like, let's say like the rear ones are bigger, and then like the top bolts for the actual like short dot itself will be different. So you'll have like a whole host of tools you need, but I really like how they kind of kept everything uniform and consistent, and that makes it really easy to kind of get it on and off, make adjustments, whatever you need, without having to fool around with finding different tools. One thing I would say though is I'm not sure if they make one, I honestly forget, but if they had a QD version of this, that would definitely be desired, because obviously this was not that hard to put on, but I'm a big fan of QD things, whether they have one big latch or two small latches. Just makes it really easy to pop on and off, adjust it without having to constantly tighten it, loosen it, etc., move it around. But what I will say is just putting this on my rail, this is a 1522 by the way, and I'm not currently done with it, but just putting this on the 1522 rail, this thing is not going anywhere. It is on there. I can straight up hold it like that, and it's not going anywhere. It's super tight, doesn't wobble around like I've had some optics, whether it's QD or with an actual bolt, that sometimes they wiggle around, there's a little give, and not only does it make a lot of noise, but it's kind of sketchy. So if you're running around doing drills or something, that can be kind of annoying when it's moving around. So yeah, really big ups on that. I think that's really good that that's a thing. As far as the actual quality of this scope, just picking it up in my 10 minutes I took putting this on the rifle, it is a very good quality. It's not too heavy, but it's not light to the point where it would feel like toyish or plasticky or cheap, and this is not plastic by the way. I'm just saying like it would have that feel to it. This does not have it at all. It's very nice. Like I said, it has a decent weight to it, but right off the bat, like what a lot of people were saying, these scopes have very good value, and the combination between this mount and this optic is typically going to run you around 150, and I can already say just by looking at it and feeling it, that is a very good price for the build. And this is something that obviously you don't want to abuse your products, but if this got dropped or something happened to it, it's not going anywhere. It's really good. Another thing I noticed is I like that they come with these flip up covers. That's very nice. Some people take them off. I'm probably going to keep them on just because, going back and forth between college and home and all that, I'm not going to be able to shoot this that much, at least for the time being. So it's nice to, not have like dust and dirt and, whatever could possibly contaminate the scope or whatever. So when I'm done with it, I can just kind of flip it down and that's that. So that's very, very nice that they include these. They didn't just do this for me. When you buy it, it does come with these black ones as well. But if you want to buy like matching FDE ones, you can do that too. These just come with black, but I really don't see why you'd need, you know, anything else. Then also you just have like your, you know, windage and elevation adjustments here. And then if I turn the rifle around, you can see it. Let me get it to focus right there. So that's also very nice. And again, how they click, it's a very defined notchy click noise. It doesn't seem loose. Obviously with time it will wear down a little bit. It feels really robust. That's the best word I would describe to give to this optic, is it feels well made and robust. So now I'm just going to talk about the thing, just noticing right off the bat that I didn't like. So something I'm not a particular fan of, but like I said, it all goes back to the value of this optic. As I was noticing, like I said, this is a 1:4. Also, it being a first focal plane, that's really, really nice, because that's something that you'd see in a lot of more expensive optics. And like I said, this whole combo is around 150. The one thing that I noticed is like a big, I guess like a difference, something I'm not used to, is this optic is not illuminated. So I was noticing just, you know, scanning throughout my house and checking out the reticle, that it can tend to get lost in, whether it's like a dark room, obviously because it's not illuminated, but even pointing at like dark objects. So I'm not quite sure how well that would fare if you're shooting at like a dark, like a steel plate or just something dark. I'm just saying, again, initial impressions. I'll do way more videos on this, but just right off the bat, I noticed that it can get lost sometimes. Even when I did turn the magnification up a little bit, pointing at things outside, sometimes it did get lost. And I am aware that they do make optics that are illuminated. You know, I believe they have red and even green and stuff like that. But like I said, this one is not illuminated, so I'd be interested in trying their illuminated ones just to do like a comparison, because so far that's the one thing that, obviously, like I said, I haven't shot it, I haven't tested it, and I will be doing that. I'm just saying, first impressions, that's the only thing that I'm really kind of not disappointed in, but noticing, is that the reticle can get lost in these darker things. So maybe, you know, you get used to it, or maybe it's not that big of a deal when you're actually shooting. I don't know. I'm just letting you know that this is something that I saw. One thing I will take you on really quick while I'm talking is I'll just show you kind of like a B-roll of me putting the rifle in front of the camera and showing you the color of the FDE, just in case that's something you're interested in, and just so you can kind of get a good idea of the build quality. So I'll go ahead and do that now while I'm talking. So like I said before, I really like this FDE color. It'd also be cool if they offered like a burnt bronze or something like that, because that's really what I was looking for, a burnt bronze optic. But obviously the FDE is totally fine for my purposes. Looks don't really make you a better shooter. I'm just saying it would be cool if they offered something like that in the future. But I definitely do like this FDE. And it's nice that they even offer this, because I know a lot of entry level or lower priced optics, short dots, don't exactly even give you a color option. It's typically just black. But yeah, that's gonna kind of close it up for my initial impressions. Like I said, really like it. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is the reticle, but they do have, you know, higher priced options for that. I'm totally aware of that. So if that's something that really bothered you that much, you just get the illuminated reticle one. But I'm really impressed with it. I can't wait to actually take it out and get videos for you guys of, you know, me shooting it, what it's actually like, etc. But if you have any questions or anything, you know, you want to know about it, leave it down in the comments below, or any videos you want to see with me using it, leave that down below too, and I'll be sure to get back to you. But yeah, that's it. And as always, I'll see you next time.